Hello and welcome to another episode of Metra Home Theater Tech Tips. I'm Brett McCall, and with me,
I'm Adam Rogers.
How are you?
Good. So our problem today.
Wait, before you get into the problem today,
Yes.
What's our giveaway today?
Oh, we're going to give away the HDMI SP3. What is the HDMI SP3?
It is an HDMI surge protector. It typically plugs right into your source device. It has a piece of coax, Ethernet, or serial cable connected to it because they all share the same grounding bus, and it does help protect your gear and save everything downstream.
Right.
So knowing that, what's our problem today, Adam?
Well, we're seeing a lot of issues come up recently. And again, this is things that are coming in from you guys out in the field because we're getting these tech support calls. So what we're seeing is that a person would have a cable box in their system or even a satellite box, and then they're going into a switch or even at this point a splitter. And then from there it goes on to whatever other device that they have in there, whether it be a TV or an AVR of some sort. But the problem that we're running into is over time, especially an HDMI switch, will become sluggish and unresponsive as they're trying to switch from port to port. And we're trying to find out what the problem is there. So at this point in time, the only similarities that we have found in all of them is that they have either a cable box or a satellite box.
And traditionally in the past, we would put a Junior Plus or a Junior or a Dad in there because it was capacitive stripping.
Right.
But I'm finding that that is not the case here.
Right, and we've actually tested that with some of our dealers out in the field. We've sent them a Junior Plus or a Junior out there to test it and plug it into it and find out where the problem is for them. And we're finding that that's not the fix. And at this point in time, the only thing that we found to fix it isn't even a hot plug reset, like unplugging the HDMI cable and plugging it back in.
Which the AIO or other devices would do for you.
Right. So the problem that we're running into at this point right now is the only way to fix the problem that we found of it becoming sluggish and locking up is to actually unplug the power from the switch and to plug it back in, or the splitter at that point, because we run into other issues with that.
And we've looked into this quite a bit, and this problem is, honestly, it's fairly new to us. It's been in the last month and a half, 2 months that this has popped up.
Right.
But it has escalated quite quickly in the calls. And our first thought was, well, maybe it's honestly a bad switch.
That's what we were thinking.
And we looked into it, but it's cross-platform. It's not just our switches, it's other manufacturers are having this problem.
Yeah,
so
we also have, even within our own switches, we have from different production runs.
Right, different chipsets, different controllers.
Exactly, the same thing is happening. The only consistency that we have in there is the cable box.
Which brings us back to, we're seeing, and we've discussed this in other episodes, voltages and current spuriously out of the cable boxes getting into these units and locking them up. Now the cable box gets its voltage and current over the coax from the street. And if there's a problem at your neighbor's house or his neighbor's house,
right,
it can be in your house as well.
Right.
There's nothing we can do to fix this issue within the cable system, so what we have to do is look at fixing it in the house.
Right.
And to date, what has been our solution to this problem?
Honestly, unplug power to the switch and plug it back in.
Now, for obvious reasons, that's not a doable option for your customers. So what we have been suggesting is go to your local hardware store, Ace, Home Depot, or Lowe's,
right,
and buy about an $18 programmable outlet.
Right.
You plug your switch into it, you plug it in behind the rack, you set it to turn off and back on at about 3 a.m. every morning,
right,
and the problem doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, guys, we realize this is not an elegant solution. And we're looking into ways to fix this, but the problem appears to be additional voltage and current on the coax that's affecting the control processor of the switch, not the HDMI chips.
Correct. So that you still get video as it passes through the switch or the splitter, but
and
you won't
audio.
have and audio, but you'll lose the ability to actually switch it on a switcher or on a splitter.
Any control of the device goes away.
Right.
And while we have not seen this happen on matrices yet, we don't know that it's not.
Well, yeah, to be honest, we are expecting to start seeing it in other areas.
AVRs and possibly
switches,
TVs.
And TVs, yes, of course. So with all of that said, guys, definitely the more information that we can get from you, the better, because we're trying to, the more data that we have, the easier it is for us to kind of find the correct solution for it. So as always, the giveaway today is the HDMI SP3.
Which, while not directly related to this, is still related to cable boxes and spikes.
Yes, very much so. So definitely with that, as always, best comment, best question on this video has a chance to win it. At this point in time, you'll see down here, you'll see at the bottom all the details about it. So always definitely let us know what you've run into in the past. Let us know what you've seen. If you guys are running into the same issue with other devices, maybe you're running into it without a cable box, let us know what you have set up with that.
The more information you give us, the better we are at solving it.
Right.
Now, what is your contact information, Adam?
So the best way to contact me is through our tech support line, which is 386-255-0234, extension 8301, or it will be option 3 when you call in. And then Brent, they can contact you directly.
As usual, at 386-846-7264 is my cell phone. Typically answered between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. 7 days a week, Eastern Standard Time.
That's right.
This has been a very, very important issue for us in the past 2 months. Any information you can help us on this is greatly appreciated. Please let us know what you learn, and we'll keep you apprised on what we learn. Another episode of Metra Home Theater Tech Tips is in the box. I'm Brent.
I'm Adam.
And thank you.
We'll see you.